Now, here's an issue you don't come across too often. How you doing? Welcome to Nitro Talk, Nitro Engines, Vehicles. Love the support. Thank you very, very much. So, I was running the old buggy here, the Hyper 7 with the rolling, and I wanted to, my throttle linkage lever here was a little loose. I wanted to take it apart and tighten it up, which I did. When I put it back together, and this was so weird because I put the screw that holds the servo arm onto the servo. I put it in, tightened it down, didn't tighten it crazy or anything, tightened it normal. It tightened, right? Everything was cool. Went to fire the buggy up and looked over and noticed, oh, I should have grabbed this first, if I even still have it. Noticed that the head of the screw had broken off. It didn't break off when I was tightening it. It just kind of broke off after the fact. It was weird. Yeah, in here. I thought I threw it in here. Nah, I can't find it. But anyways, you can see here that the head, it was a not that, it was one of those, a countersunk hex head screw, and the head just snapped right on off of it. Not good. This is a $100 servo. Do not definitely want to continue to use it. So it's got enough left of it there where it looks like I might be able to get a grip. Where are we at? Oh, down here, sorry. Might be able to get a grip on the broken section right there. If not, I might have to slot it, which, you know, again, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. But I'm going to try to unscrew it out of there first. Now, I don't want to use the gear train to hold the output shaft, right? For me to unscrew the screw, the output shaft has to stay put, right? One way I could do that is just turn it until it meets its end and then use that to unscrew it. But that's holding on to the gear train. I don't want to do that. So I kind of fashioned me this little custom, took a servo horn, come on zoom, took a servo horn and kind of shaved it down in the middle so that I can get, and I thought it might break. Alright, so I've still got the other side there. So let me see if I can hold on to that and get a grip on this. Where is my... Alright, let's see if I could get a grip on this. You know, I wanted to mark the head of it with a Sharpie before I started, just so I could tell if I was spinning it or not. It looks like I am, but again, it's kind of hard to see. Maybe not. And now I'm starting to lose. Yeah, it looks like it may have to be a slot job. And that's pretty small to be slotting. Is it? Oh yeah, I'm getting it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's coming right on up and out nicely. There we go. Alright, so we got our broken screw out. And my little piece there that I used to hold the output shaft, that worked. I was able to hold it in place while I unscrewed it, so that I didn't have to use, like I was saying, use the gear train of the servo to turn it off. And now my piece of servo is kind of stuck. There we go. Up and off. All right. So, pretty simple what we need to do here now. Just kind of put this back together. I am going to need to turn it on to get an idea. Now, I don't want to redo. I want to put this pretty much back on the exact spline that it was. I want to try to do that, because I don't want to reset all my endpoints and whatnot. So, turn this on to where that is at neutral, and neutral should be perfect. Got it right back where it was, and you can tell because I've got my ever so slight bit of that is my dead band right there. Just that ever little bit of space in between that outer collar for the throttle linkage. Now, I think that those, let me see here, countersunk hex screws, I think it might have been one of these brand new ones that I bought. Let me take a look at these here. It had writing on top, and it was dark. This is dark with writing on top. Don't know if you'll be able to get in there. Yeah, you can kind of see it. So I kind of, you know what? I want to make sure. I want to get a feel on one of these. Nice and tight in something. And make sure it isn't going to just snap. So I think I got a spot here where a one of those screws will go into. So that's the one I took out of this. This is my flywheel remover. I want to put this on here, and I'm going to tighten it down real good. Make sure that this head doesn't just snap right on off. I've used these screws before. If these are the ones that is broke, I've used plenty of these, and none of them have had issues with. All right, so I'm going to tighten this down more than I normally would. See if I can get it to break. Got it to strip. Is that my old 2mm? I mean, it's on there really, really tight. Head doesn't pop right off of it. You know, see what I'm doing there? So that's the head. I'm hitting it, hitting the thing, pulling it up there. The head's not popping right off. It doesn't seem like a cheap screw. So you know what? Now I don't want to use. This might be too long, anyways. Yeah, it's a little bit long for a servo horn. Let me see what else I got in here. I think these right here will be about perfect for a servo horn. All right, countersunk. So I'm not gonna tighten it down crazy hard in here, but I just want to give it a little test before I put it in that servo. I don't want one to break off and have it down lower to where I won't be able to get a grip on it. I have an issue, so I'm just going to tighten this one down, give it a quick little test to make sure it ain't cheap and falling apart on me. Alright, seems good. So now I'm going to go ahead and install this one into my servo horn. And nice and snug, but not crazy tight. Alright. We've got that repaired. What else was I... this, I guess, just going to be a real quick one. Just to kind of show what we're doing right there. I did run the Hyper 7 with the rolling here for a bit. Was running great. No issues with the running of it. Alright. Flywheel remover back together, which, you know, this thing, love it or hate it, it works a lot of the time. Sometimes it doesn't. I kind of had to fashion these thingies here for it anyways. All right, that is, now we've slotted a screw before. So, you know, we know how to do that. But if you can get away with not slotting it, if it's sticking up enough to where you can get a grip on it, go ahead and try that first. All right, y'all. Real quick video. Pulling out and repairing a stripped screw, and a broken screw, and a very nice servo. A place we certainly don't want to throw away the servo for that issue. All right, y'all. We'll see you next time. Have a great one.